Good day, learners. I hope you are doing well. So before we start the business of today, I would like us to make a recap of what we did last time. Last time, if you remember, we were solving for x using what? We were solving for x using simultaneous. But then for today, we'll be solving x using two things, which are, the first one will be factorization method. The second one will be quadratic method. So as we know that everything has requirements. In order to be in grade 11, you needed to pass grade 10. So even if we are dealing with factorization and quadratic method, there are requirements. So the requirements for the first one is that you need to know binomial. The second one, trinomial. As we are going about binomial and trinomial, our aim is that at the end of the day, you need to know that what is needed for factorization, what am I expected to do when I ask to factorize for something. So when we are dealing with binomial, okay, let me make an example. Let me say we have x squared minus 4 is equal to 0. Keeping in mind that binomial fall under factorization, that simply means we will apply factorization method. But here focusing on binomial since we have two things. So our factorization says that when we are factorizing, we need to open two brackets, equate them to 0, which is like very simple. Then since we have x squared, we'll need to split our x. We'll have x this side, x this side. Then since we have negative 4, we need to find the factors of negative 4. The factors of negative 4, it is 2, 2, because 2 multiplied by 2 is equal to 4. Here comes like a little bit of trick, because we need to have different signs. It depends on you whether you put negative here or you put positive here. But for me, I will put negative here, then put positive here. There's no difference if like you swap them. So since we can see that we are here, and we know that when multiplying two products equals to 0, we take the first product equal to 0, then the second product equals to 0. What I mean is like we'll have x minus 2 is equal to 0, or x plus 2 is equal to 0. And keeping in mind that we are doing math, we don't write x like this one. It's different. This is the x that is expected. But then here, then you will transpose negative 2 this side and it will be positive, because the aim is to find the value of x. Then we will have x is equal to 2, or x is equal to negative 2. We have solved for what? For binomial. I think we are all here. I think everything is clear. Then we are moving forward to what? To trinomial. Then we will solve trinomial using what? Quadratic method. For instance, let me refer our textbook, Platinum. It is on page 60, exercise 2, number 4, where we will take, we have x squared minus, let me check, 5x plus 6 is equal to 0. It is trinomial. Then like I said, sorry for that. Like I said, the requirement for binomial is that you need to open two brackets, equate them to 0. So when we are dealing with trinomial, we'll use quadratic method. Whereby quadratic method has what? Has its own requirements. The requirement for quadratic is that you need to know how to apply quadratic formula, which is what I'm going to give you now. I'm using different talk so that we can see the difference. That for the blue one it's for factorization, and for the yellow one it's for quadratic. For quadratic, you need to know how to apply this formula. X is equals to, let me use different chalks. It will be minus b plus or minus square root of, we'll have b squared minus 4, then you have a, you have c, all over 2a. I'm sure you are lost, but then let me introduce you what we mean by b, by a, by c. What I mean is that there is an equation which is ax squared minus plus, bx plus c is equal to 0. This is still the same like this one. It is a trinomial. So we make it simple by using quadratic formula. Whereby quadratic formula, what is needed from us is to know the value of a, is to know the value of b, and the value of c. We can take them here. So the value of a, it will be the coefficient of x squared. The value of b will be the coefficient of x, and the value of c will be just a number here. Then for instance, the coefficient of x squared is equal to 1. That means our a is equal to 1. Then the coefficient of b, it will be negative 5. We take it with its side. That simply means our b will equal to negative 5. Then we are moving forward. C will be equal to this number, which is 6. That simply means C is equal to 6. I hope we are all clear. Then we apply our formula, because we now know the value of B, the value of A, and the value of C. So we just plug our numbers. Okay, we have x is equal to negative, then the value of b is negative 5, plus or minus square root of the value of b is minus 5 squared minus 4, the value of a is 1, the value of c is 6, all over 2, the value of a is what? It's 1. Then okay, we'll have two solutions. First we'll have, okay, let me do it, but then you can do it using your calculator. I will make it snappy. It will be x is equal to 3, or x is equal to 2. I'm sure using your calculators you find the exact value like I found here. So this simply means we have found the values of x. That simply means we have solved for x. So because of we don't have a lot of time and our period is about to end, I just hope, okay, let me make this before. I just hope, like before I end the class, I just hope today what we learn foregoing factorization and quadratic method is that for the first one, factorization method, you need to know you need to know what is needed when dealing with factorization. That was our goal today, and I think by doing those examples, it's what you got. Then another thing we needed to capture today or to learn is that when dealing with quadratic method, you need Okay, so guys, since our time is about to end, I just hope that we enjoyed our session and it was a lovely session. And I just hope that from this lesson you told that you need to apply quadratic formula when dealing with trinomial, and then when we are dealing with binomial, you need to open two brackets. So the resources that you can use when you are solving examples for at home, you can go to you can go to Mindset Channel 1119. So I think that's the end of our class. Thank you.